In October of 2022, Vitaly would make his mark on the global stage at King of the Table 5, facing Dave Chaffee in a high-profile main card match. The match was an incredible war, and to this day is seen as one of the best matches to ever happen at King of the Table. In the first round, Dave put in his trademark violent sideways drive. Vitaly defended Dave's hit well, keeping his pronator intact and waiting for Dave to start to bleed, as Vitaly was in a more efficient position. Dave realized that he wouldn't be able to hold this forever, so he readjusted, showing something that he never did before. Putting his shoulder behind, switching to a flop press and getting the first win. The second round would tell a very similar story, with Dave hitting to the side again and Vitaly defending very well with his pronator intact. Here we can see that Dave tried to put his shoulder behind again, but we could see that Vitaly immediately gained a very good position, so Dave realized he has to wait out for longer. He keeps holding up that sideways pressure, keeps trying to pin Vitaly, but Vitaly manages to hold it comfortably there. Dave again realizes that he will not be able to pin Vitaly in that manner, so he waits out a little longer and then again switches to a flop press and gets a pin. It was now 2-0 for Dave Chaffee, and people were unsure if Vitaly could come back from this. And that's why what happened in the third round was very surprising, with a flash pin from Vitaly. It seems like Dave tried to go for the press right away, but he didn't really get good engagement and got top rolled very easily. In the fourth round, Dave tried to slip with a top roll, but Vitaly clamped on Dave's fingers. Dave then tried to readjust for a shoulder press and probably slip under Vitaly's arm, but Vitaly was still holding on, which resulted in Dave fouling and losing the round. Coming into round 5, it seemed like Vitaly was now in the driving seat and ready to win the match. Off the go, Vitaly hits to the side and forces Dave to be on the B side. Even though Vitaly loses his wrist, his pronator is still intact. Dave tries holding Vitaly, but Vitaly keeps surging to the side, keeps trying to pin, and eventually he manages to. Now it's 3-2 for Vitaly, and it really seems like there's no hope. But Dave wasn't done yet. Immediately off the go, Dave commits for a shoulder press, and he tries with all of his might to get a pin of the Vitaly, but Vitaly stops it millimeters above the pin pad, and is doing everything he can to hold Dave's power. They are in a stalemate so close to the pin pad, but none of them is able to move from the position. They are both breathing heavily, struggling.
Absolute red line from both of these phenomenal arm wrestlers. Dave Chaffee searching for the victory. Laletin holding on with everything he's got. Who will take it? Round number 6. It is an absolute bloodbath. Dave Chaffee exhausted, breathing deeply. Vitaly Laletin now catching his breath. Both guys backing off, looking for the timing now. Who's going to have the courage to stay with this longer? Both guys.
And then Dave recollects and gets a pin on Vitaly. And the match goes to the 7th round.
Gentlemen, we have a
This round decides everything.
we go. Final round. There's the start of Dave Chaffee committing hard. Dave Chaffee looking for the pin. Vitaly Laletin only on that. Here comes the fight back. Vitaly Laletin levering off the kickstone. It's an open arm top throw. Dave Chaffee now defending. He's holding center, breathing, waiting for the time to commit. He recommits.
This match was an absolute war that left both athletes absolutely exhausted. And it only reinforced what fans already knew about Vitaly Laletin. It was that he was always in that elite tier and that he wasn't going anywhere. After the Chaffee war, Vitaly turned his focus back to AMC Armwrestling in Russia. Earlier in the season, he had come up short against Dmitry Silaev and others, losses that showed he wasn't untouchable, and for a competitor like Laletin, that didn't sit well, and he was about to take revenge.